we're gonna do it. Because I think it'll be the last chapter, and then unless there's gonna be a 9 and 10, but ties severed, ties mended. I'm guessing this is the last chapter, besides extra. Oh my! Excuse me, what is this? The floors and the walls are completely covered in... Ugh, I don't even want to know. The school's still here, at least so time really does seem to have reverted, but this is definitely different. What was that one theory I was reading about? If time has ever turned back, you leap over the rails into the whirlpool of destiny or something. Things will never exactly the same. The tremor. I need to hurry. That light I saw means the seventh pillar is being born. If I don't intervene, Misuda will use his false book of shadows to destroy everything all over again. But we want to save the game first. And look at the corpse. Come to shock. Ow. Oh, there's things to look at. Ah! Chris, no! No. Oh. Wrong way. I guess we'll look at you. I don't think I have anything with me. Yep, completely empty. Not you again. No, wait, then I want to go here, maybe. Maybe. Oh, look, it's cleared for once. I might have just killed myself. Yeah. I'm probably gonna die before we get anywhere, but... Oh, yeah, save spot. Suffered brain contusion after taking a beating to the head. Can I take that hammer? I really want that hammer. I hate these stairs. I hate how tired these stairs make me. Hurry! I can't. I have limited stamina. How marvelous, the seventh pillar, the separate of knowledge. I made this happen with the power of the Book of Shadows. What in the world? It all begins now. Time to break this wall down and heavily host with it and erase you all. No. When Aiko opened her eyes, she found me standing in front of her. I had one of my arms outstretched, obviously having blocked something with it. My arm had protected Aiko from the charging mouth almost as a shield would. Are you okay, Aiko? Yes. Ayumi, what power is this? When did you... Shinozaki. Class rep? Shinozaki, you... Of course, Kinchinuma, Mochida, Nakujin, and Wizkamon were all there too. Thank God, everybody's still alive. That filthy brat in the red dress isn't with you? Something's wrong. What's going on? Ah, I see. Your aura color is a little off. It's got the hue of someone who's repeating a moment in time. You can tell that, can you? Huh, did you just laugh at me, you bitch? You think you can fuck with me? I'll mess you up, you little piece of shit. You little... Just stop. Your plans end here. I wouldn't be so cocky if I were you, Ayumi Shinozaki. Just who do you think I am? I'm the one destined to rule here. The surviving member of the Yagura, the last Misuto. Is that so? You are so dead, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Ayumi, with the wisdom of the witches. You just don't get it, do you? Stand down, imposter. What? Why do you have that? You told me it was gone. Were you just playing a sick joke on me? As if he were any position to be accusing me of deception. I'll be taking back the contents of that book now. My Book of Shadows roared and bit hard into the false Book of Shadows. You said it was in total panic, but it didn't stop, it wouldn't. The Book of Shadows, my Book of Shadows, completely devoured the imposter. Damn you! The Book of Shadows' tongue stretched out like a whip, cracking itself at Misuto. You need to stop. It'll eat you too, you know. Damn it. Hey, Satoshi, I'm gonna pin him down. Help me out. You bet. Hold on. Hold still now, okay? It's over. You're too much of a danger to everyone, so we're going to tie you up. I produced a handkerchief from my pocket. I'll do it. Mochida tied Mosita's wrists together. A handkerchief? That's not... my brain thought like paper. They mean like the cloth ones. Okay. Another earthquake. Look. Why? We stopped the Sephiroth from activating. It's not over yet. Did you really think you can hold down the Nirvana all by yourself? The Nirvana that's been gathered and eaten by that book does not represent the whole of the Book of Shadows. I told you before, didn't I? The Nirvana has a core separated from that, which gives shape to heavenly hosts, and that core possesses a consciousness all its own. The core has its own consciousness. Is that what Sachiko meant by the person in the Nirvana's core? The core's thoughts will activate the Sephiroth knowledge, fusing the real world and Nirvana as one and bringing it to its knees, with or without my intervention. My goal in all this was to gain control over the decidedly berserk core of this dimension. But you stopped that from happening, leaving no other outcome for your world than a gradual, disorderly, and chaotic destruction. So what are you going to do about it? I'll do what you couldn't. I'll finish it. I'll complete this book. Is that so? Well, let's see what you can manage then. Let's see if the little coward who always relied on her big sister and her friends has finally grown a spine. The Book of Shadows core sleeps somewhere in the Nirvana. Just try to confront the will of the witch who created this book. See what happens. A normal human would go mad 100 times over. This project as going mad seemed to amuse him. He smirked. Mochida, Nakashima, Kishino, Kumiskue, and Eiko, thank you for coming here. I'm truly happy to have friends like you. But you all need to return to the real world now. Do you have a way back? We're all set. The spirit charge on my Ever After stones is almost at capacity. So we can finally go home? That's great to hear. What about you, Shinozaki? I have something I need to take care of. What is it? Whatever it is, you can count us to help out. Shinozaki, we came here to bring you back after all. Isn't that right, everyone? You bet. That's right, class rep. No, I'll be fine. I'll head back on my own soon. No way. No how. Let us help you, Shinozaki. It'll go faster if we all do it than if you. Nakashima. What's wrong? What happened? Naomi. Huh? Can no one else see her? What's wrong, Naomi? Suddenly a vision flashed in Naomi's head as if she were seeing through someone else's eyes for a moment. Big brother, I'm scared. Somebody help me. Oh. Naomi. Hey, snap out of it, Naomi. I forgot about her. Satoshi. Naomi, thank goodness. This is bad. What do you mean? What happened? Just now Naomi? I saw a girl in a black just now. She jumped down from here. The girl in black? Were her eyes black too, by any chance? Yeah, they were. I didn't see anything. Did you, Satoshi? Nothing. Her here either. It was Sachi. Huh? Sachi? Sachi's twin sister, the spirit of an unborn baby who died in utero. I brought these here from Makina Shinozaki's home without thinking, and in doing so I brought Sachi's spirit over here from the real world as well. Teeth? They look like baby teeth. Yeah. She's a strong evil spirit who's been eating away at the world around her indiscriminately for some time. My company have been after her for quite a while now, and it seems her powers have increased quite significantly since coming to the dimension. Those might just serve you well as a protective charm. I think you should hold on to them, Ochida. But Shinozaki, if I have them, you won't... I have this book. Miss Kuan, I just saw what the girl in black saw from this eye. Naomi removed the patch from her left eye. Her injury hadn't healed in the slightest. Her left eye was clouded over, with blisters blanketing the pupil that spelled out the name Sachi. That looks bad. Naomi, you. Nakashima's eye, as the result of spirits, will literally burn itself into her. She's been using the eye drops made from holy water, however, so she could fully recover in time. The image she saw, however, may in fact be a reflection of what the spirit itself is seeing. Yes, if that's the case, then Satoshi, the Sachi girl went to the underground bomb shelter, and I definitely heard Yuka's voice in there. What? That's impossible. She should be at home right now. No, she is most certainly here. You. Satoshi Machida, your little sister is such a very doting girl. When I told her that her brother was in danger, she wasted no time at all following me to this dimension. Is Yuka seriously here? People like you who've been to Heavenly Hosts have a special aura about you, one that signifies you've been through the loop of death, as it were. And she, among all of you, came in direct contact with Sachiko and established a bond of sympathy with her, giving her quite a well of spiritual energy to draw from. Really, I can think of no one more well-suited to this world than she. You rat bastard. I summoned her here to be used as the water conveyance through which Nirvana's core will be delivered to my new book of shadows. That's unconscionable. Even at this very moment, I'm squeezing every last drop of spirit energy from her in the school's basement. Well, now that my book's gone, she's on no further use of me at all. So you best hurry if you plan to get her back. Sachi is on her way there right now, after all. Satoshi! Wait, Miss Kuan, I'm going too. But with your eye... No, I'm going. I want to help save Yuka as quickly as possible. I understand, let's go. Put your eye patch back on! Aye, you stay with Kishinuma and Shinozaki, okay? Once we successfully rescue you, we'll come back for you. Okay, sis. Aiko was looking down and turning slightly red as she said that, and Miss Kuan did not fail to notice. Her face lit up brighter than I'd ever seen it. Alright, Kishinuma, please look after my sister if you would. Sure thing. She actually called me sis. I can't even remember the last time that happened. Does your eye hurt? You look like you're suffering quite a bit. Hold on just a moment. Here, I brought some eye drops to help keep the pain under control. Thanks. Shinozaki. Could you join the search party too, Kishinuma? You never know what'll be down there. The more guys, the better, I think. But what about you? I'll be fine. I have the book. This jerk can't intimidate me anymore. Well, you certainly seem confident. I'll be back in a jiff. Ayumi? Hey, Ayumi, untie me. Just sit still. When everything's over, I'll take you back. Are you serious, Ayumi? Yeah. I think even somebody like this must have people who'd miss him if you were gone. Like hell I do. The fuck's wrong with you, bitch? I don't need your pity or your charity. You think you're so much better than me, huh? Isuto suddenly began to act hysterical as if my words had struck a nerve somewhere deep in the core of his soul. Aiko was not amused. She stared down at him and easily won. He quickly regained his composure, however, and took a more casual, more relaxed posture. His tone almost made it sound like he was getting ready to strike a deal with us. Tell me, Amy, do you know what the driving force of the world is? It's malice. Malice is the heart of one person as he knowingly deceives another, or the genuine wish for misfortune to befall one's fellow man. It's really no different than a curse. But unlike curse, it's not the hatred of the victim that spawns it, but that of the assailant. I could hardly wait to see where this was going. I was ready for him to throw me a curveball and try to trick me into helping him, and all I could think was, good luck with that. See, the spiritual organization my grandpa built yoga built to ruin my asshole ancestors who had no abilities to speak of, I should note, were prosecuted as heretics. But leaving the Book of Shadows to fall into the hands of the dangerous organization of black magic practitioners like Martuba's tomb just had bad news written all over it. That's what Grandpa's thought anyway, so he stole the forbidden tome, smuggled it away from their grubby hands, and secretly entrusted it to the Shinozaki family. Everything he did to save the world. He was practically burning his with righteous fury. But naturally, his peers thought he was nuts. They called him, at best, a fake, a swindler, or a downright monster. They even burned his house down. Don't know exactly how he died, but I know he really was nuts by then. Lost his marbles and died while running around town like a chicken with his head cut off, I hear. His son then, my father, committed suicide, as did my mother, wrapped things up for the town folks all nice and clean-like. And no matter where I moved since then, there'd always be a piece of shit tracking me down, breaking my windows, cursing my family name. It was starting to get real old. I shrunk back a bit. I definitely wasn't expecting this from Masuto, nor was I quite certain how to react to it. Ah, my neck. After my parents died, reporters started swarming my house day after day. They were eating this shit up. They tried to catch me off guard and turn anything I said into news stories with headline, "Creepy local couple commits suicide infiltrating their hair-raising cult home." They asked me if my parents were ever told me their regrets or if I had any juicy stories of horrible family misfortunes. At one point, one of them even held up a sheet of loose-leaf paper that said something like, "It doesn't matter if it's true or not, as long as it's entertaining." But the thing is, despite what the press seemed to think of them, my parents never once cursed the world. His eyes were swimming. I didn't get the sense that he was lying about any of this. Every day at 3, they'd give me a piece of gum to chew on as a treat, even though they had no money whatsoever. It made me so happy and always got me to stop crying. I felt for him. I generally felt for him. One day, before I consciously realized what I was doing, I doused one of those paparazzles coats in lighter fluid and set the fucker on fire. Wound up getting me thrown in juvie. Now just try and tell me your answers weren't exactly the same as mine, Ayumi, and that's not just us. Jealous pride, bullying, it's all the same damn thing when you get down to it. Practitioners like us aren't the ones responsible for the curse. We're not the ones spreading misfortune. It's the piece of shit peasants who are scared of us at the root of it all. But hey, that's just what it means to be different from ordinary humans, right, Ayumi? That's what the real world's like. If you're different, you're a pariah. You're evil. I don't like the way Dad and Mom talked about what you decided to do with your life, sis. It was all decency, this, and keeping up appearances, that, but they were talking about you and always putting everything you've got into everything you do. It was really insulting. He flashed me a kind smile and patted me on the head. Ayumi, you shouldn't speak ill of Mom and Dad. We broke off from the main line and began living peacefully in order to spare our families from what would surely be a sad fate. And it makes perfect sense for them to oppose actions that they feel might lead us down the road again. Their warning surely comes from a place of kindness. You see, this curse called malice is spreading across the world, town by town. Your ancestors went through so many struggles, and look how they were treated. What value is there in a world where superior specimens of humanity are attacked by the masses? Is that why you take people's lives? Overpopulation has polluted the earth with pigs, and I feel it is my duty to thin their numbers and squash their holier-than-thou ideals. By tying them down with fear, I can control them. Masuda slammed his foot on the ground. For what it's worth, my sister would never agree with you. I still felt for him. I pitied him. My eyes were starting to mist over as well. I wanted more than anything to reach him, to save him. Inoue was too kind for her own good. Likely stupidly kind. We fought about that a lot. It's what you said about her being your mentor. That part's true. She was the first person I ever opened up to aside from my parents. Despite how short a time we had together, I thought of her as a real partner in crime. She was my companion. And as someone with no relatives, that was the only time I ever really felt like I loved another human being. I've never met a single other person who had such an excess of kindness and forgiveness in her heart, and I doubt I ever will again. My eyes widened. Misuda's eyes became more distant when he spoke about Inoue. It's like he was staring into the past. His whole facial expression reflected such incredible loneliness. I don't care. I don't care about this guy. He can die. So you and Sis were still sacrificing yourself to save someone else's bullshit. It's hypocrisy, pure and simple. Hurting yourself for any reason just winds up hurting everyone else around you. Would you die in place of someone who's trying to commit suicide? Your family would be sick with grief, and that doesn't seem right, does it? I couldn't answer. I'd been repenting the action that led to my sister's death this whole time, and really couldn't argue with what Misuda was telling me. Compassion for others is strictly the domain of superior humans. But because they forgive everyone without exception, and they don't understand what it means to question or doubt, they get assaulted, physically, sexually, for no other reason than because people are naturally malicious. This was the first I'd ever heard of this, and it was a hard pill to swallow. All I could remember were the smiles, and those were as genuine as could be. But behind them, there may have been hidden wounds caused by people taking advantage of her gentle nature in downright unfathomable ways. And that sweet, kindly Hinoi is no longer in this world. Rumor has it she died to save a greedy asshole who was meddling in matters she couldn't possibly understand. How much does that poor girl have to sacrifice? How much pain must a superior human being like her be subjected to? I'm not finished yet. This whole world needs to be corrected. It is up to me to show these peasants, those pigs, just what their sins have begotten. So what do you say, Ayumi? Untie me. You're Hinoe's sister. You are the powerful of Shinozaki family lineage. You have the makings of a chosen one. Why don't we work together and unite the world as one? Because that's not what Sis would want. Ayumi. Wrong answer, Ayumi. Misuto stared me down with an ice-cold look on his eyes, tossing away the handkerchief that was supposed to have been tied securely around his wrists. Both hands. Does that mean he could have broken free anytime he wanted? You're a fool as well. Being devoured alive by the Nirvana is supposedly quite an agonizing way to go, I hear. I was showing you mercy earlier when I tried to kill you with my knife. Wait. I'll let you in on a little secret, Ayumi. You've already been purging the world yourself, and you don't even know it. Those countless black shadow figures you've been exercising here in Heavenly Host, those are the spirits of human beings, living human beings from the real world, or formerly live. What? Because the real world and the Nirvana have begun fusing together, human souls have been stumbling halfway in through the cracks and appearing here as black shadows. Which would make you, I believe, oh god. So all those deaths, if I'm putting this together, all those deaths in the real world were because we were destroying spirits. Ooh. Ooh, that hits. Each time you kill one of these figures, the other half of the soul dies, but the person's body is snapped in half in the real world, dying instantly. God damn it! I was still laid flat on the ground, reeling from the punch and from the shock of this new revelation alike. I clenched my teeth and tried to pull myself up, desperately wanting to recapture this fugitive, but I was too unstable to keep my balance, plummeting back to the floor right away. This is too painful to watch. Why would you even come here when you're so hopelessly unprepared? I'm off. Until the world ends, you might as well just keep on sitting right there and thinking about what you did. Wait, Misuto! Don't shout my fucking name, bitch. See you around, Ayumi. You are a dumbass through and through, but I gotta say, you definitely take after your sister with that straight-laced attitude of yours. It's a real thing. I finally have the real thing. If I can just return the Nirvana's core to this, the book will be complete and I'll be like unto a god. Huh? You. What do you want and how are you still alive? It was Satsuki. She was standing directly in Misuto's path. Her entire face was stained in red, with only her white eyes breaking through. She wavered in place and she stared directly wordlessly into Misuto's soul. A moment later, Misuto noticed something else behind her, one of the red helms that had been wandering the school. You two? What happened to guarding Yuka? Why are you even here, you worthless tin can? Suddenly, Satsuki's head split down in the middle in 8 equal-sized portions like a flower budding. Yes! These petals then closed around Misuto's head, tearing it clean from his body. Oh, yes! Blood spurted from his neck and his appendages twitched. She said she'd bite! Oh yeah, you missed that in one of the episodes. When he first showed up and was trying to talk Yuka into coming here, she told him she thought he might be a pedo creep and said, if you do anything funny, I'll be the first one to bite. She bit. No matter how obnoxious they were in life, everyone always so calm and peaceful when they're dead. If only you'd never gotten your hands on this book. It's really a rather pathetic end, Misuto. I wish I could have killed you myself, as promised. But you see, there were already a lot of red marks here, weren't there? That's because we Matubas had already come to investigate. This girl you brought with you was a member of Matuba's tomb herself, in fact. This sucks. The order's going to get so cocky once they hear the Yugaras are gone. I'm not looking forward to that. Magari suddenly grabbed Satsuki's hair and pulled her in. Honestly, I told you to stay with Yuka Mochida, didn't I, you monster? Yes, Mistress Magari. Big brother Setsuki! Almighty God, cleanse the child's sins. The Lord hath spoken, no soul may reside in trees that have died. Yuko was in a seemingly empty room, though she could hear prayers echoing around her. They sounded like the prayers one might expect from demonic exorcism. I'm scared, where am I? Big brother, I don't believe it. Big brother wouldn't lie to me. He can't be dead. Heavenly Father, Almighty God, take mercy on this impure soul. Strike down this person with one firm swing of thy divine blade, O Lord. Ties severed, ties to be continued. Oh, I guess there's more. New Encyclopedia Obscura entries have been unlocked. Misudo Kirare, Book of Shadows, Demon, Yagura Society, Red Helm. Chapter 6. Yes. But I think... really, there's more chapters. Oh, there's going to be a 9 and a 10, I guess. But I'll have to do those another day, because I'm tired. Oh, ooh, that was my collarbones. Oh. Alright. See you next time.